For this problem here, we're going to set up a Venn diagram to help us get these answers. And if you've never seen a Venn diagram, we draw a box and then we draw overlapping circles inside of it. So in this case, this circle A represents the people that own stock A, B is for stock B, and C is for stock C. So to work this problem, the most effective way to do this particular problem is to start with the last piece of information here. There's 15 people that own shares in all three. So right here in the middle, I'm going to put the number 15. It's kind of small because the area is small. That area right there that I just drew that number in, that area is inside of circle A, it's inside of circle B, and it's inside of circle C, which means that those 15 people are in all three stocks. Now we have the next piece of information here is that 30 own shares in both B and C. Okay, so B and C is this area here. That's B and C right there, the blue overlap. Now there's 15 people already in that overlap that also own stock A. So if there's 30 people that own shares in both B and C, then if 15 of them already own A, that means that this other number must be 15 because these two add up to 30. 30 people now own shares in B and C. The 15 that own stock A as well, and then the 15 that just own B and C by itself. And we're going to continue this process. 20 own shares in both A and C. So the overlap of A and C is right here, and there's 20 people there. So that means 15 own the one in the middle, so 5 own A and C, just A and C. And likewise, we'll do the same thing for the next piece of information. 25 own shares in A and B. There's the A and B overlap, so if there's 25 minus 15, that means there's 10 of those people that own A and B, just A and B and not C. And now 40 own shares in stock C. So stock C is 40 people. So we already have 15 plus 15 is 30. 35 people already own C, which means that there must be 5 people that own only stock C. Okay, so if you add up all those numbers inside C, you get 40. And then we're going to do stock B the same way. All right, 50 own stock B, so we have 10 plus 15 is 25 plus 15 is 40, which means that there must be 10 that own stock B. And then our last piece of information here is stock A. There's 50 people that own stock A, so we have 10 plus 15 is 25 plus 5 is 30, which means there's 20 people that own stock A only. So now we can go answer these questions. How many of the investors surveyed did not have shares in any of the three stocks? Okay, so now let's add up all these numbers inside of here and see what we get. All right, so I'm going to take 20 plus 10 is 40, plus 15 is 55, 60, 65, and 15 is 80. So there's 80 people that own some amount of A or B or C, which means that there are 20 people out here that don't own any of it. There's 20 people out in this area outside of A, B, and C. So we're going to say that this number is 20. So the next part B of this question says how many owned just stock C? And so since we've created our little Venn diagram here, that's that number 5. So 5 is the answer to part B. Now part C says how many owned neither stock A nor stock C? We need the number of people outside of the circles A and C. So we have this number here, the 10. There's 10 people here that own just B, but that's not what the question is saying. It doesn't say how many own B. These 20 people out here also don't own stock A or stock C. So we take the 10 that own just B, and we add the 20 that don't own any of the stocks. And so that gives us 30. And then finally, part D says, how many owned either stock A or stock B, but not stock C? So it's all the stuff that's inside A and B, but not the stuff that's inside C. So all these numbers down here we do not include. It's just the ones that are up here. It's these 3 numbers here. Some of these own A, some of them own B, some of them own both, but they do not own stock C. So 20 plus 10 plus 10, and the final answer for that one is 40.